Good evening, my brothers and my sisters. We are meeting today following up the concept of the demonic spirits that was started on the life of the snake, on the life of Eve, on the life of Adam. So, because of all these things, we are supposed to learn exactly what has happened to this family because Eve and Adam had two children. It was Cain and Abel. And after they have become pregnant, after Eve has become pregnant, she gave birth to Cain. And she said to the Lord, I have produced a man. And as things goes on and on and on, we find this young man having to go and give benefits to their God, and things went wrong. According to Cain, he gave God the worst product from the farm, the worst of all. They were very, very bad. God could not even look at them. But when it comes to Abel, Abel had to take the best from his farming because he was farming with goats and animals. He took the best. And when they were giving to God, the smoke from Abel's product went straight to heaven, whereas the smoke from Cain, it just scattered in the ground. And it was very clear that God was not happy with what Cain has given. It was very clear. Everybody can see that no, things is not going well for them. But because of that, Cain decided to kill his brother. That is the effect of that curse. In that case, the demons could get into the mind of Cain. And he realized that if I kill my brother, I will be the only person left. So whether God liked or not, he will have to admire all my products. That's why when God asked him, where is your brother? He answered in a very rude manner. Am I my brother's guardian? But the Lord said, what have you done? Your brother's blood cries out for me from the ground. Now you are cursed, banished from the ground which you have swallowed your brother's blood. No longer will the ground yield good crops for you, no matter how hard you work. From now on, you will be a homeless wanderer on earth. Cain replied to the Lord, my punishment is too great for me to bear. You have banished me from the land and from your presence. You have made me a homeless wanderer. Anyone who finds me will kill me. The Lord replied, no, for I will give a sevenfold punishment to anyone who kills you. Then the Lord put a mark on Cain to warn anyone who might try to kill him. Then Cain left the Lord's presence to settle in the land of Nod, east of Eden. And now we go to Genesis 4:17. Cain had sexual relationship with his wife. She became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Then Cain founded the city which he named Enoch after his son. Enoch has a son named Irad. Irad became the father of Mehujael. Mehujael became the father of Matushael. Matushael becomes the father of Lamech. Lamech married two women. The first was named Ada, and the second was named Zillah. Another Ada gave birth to Jabal, and was the first of those who raised livestock and live in tents. His brother's name was Jubal, the first of all who play harps and flutes. Lamech's other wife, Zillah, gave birth to the son named Tubal-Cain. He became an expert in forging tools and bronze. and iron, of bronze and iron. Tubal-Cain has a sister named Naamah. One day Lamech said to his two wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice. Listen to me, you wives of Lamech. I have killed a man who attacked me, a young man who wounded me. And if someone who kills Cain is punished 7 times, the one who will kill me will be punished 77 times. Then from there, we see some development there back at Adam's house. Adam had sexual relation with his wife again, and she gave birth to another son. She named him Seth, for she said, God has granted me another son in the place of Abel, whom Cain killed. When Seth grew up, he had a son, and he named him Enos. At that time, people first began to worship God by the name. This is something that is very clear. If you want to be honest with yourself, don't read the Bible with an intention of teaching other people. Read the Bible every single line, getting the knowledge and understanding of what is written there, making sure that you hear it properly. It is very important that when we read the Bible, we must make sure that we hear it properly. If we can't hear it properly, let us repeat again and again until the knowledge and understanding of everything written in the Bible can come into our lives. We are always insulted by the people who doesn't read the Bible. They will say Adam has other daughters and sons. That was after Cain, after Abel, after Seth. These daughters were not born before this young man. These three young men were born, and after that, Adam had other sons and daughters, of which God did not mention their names to Moses. Those who he gave the names to Moses were the one responsible for carrying down the genealogy of Jesus Christ. They were the one responsible to make sure that the genealogy of Jesus Christ is known to us. So these other daughters and sons, they were not part of that genealogy. So they were not the ones that Cain married. They were not the one that Abel married. All these young men got married to the first people who were born, who were created in the first 6 days. And they were told to multiply. That is where they find cities there. That is where Abel and Cain were making commercial farming because there were other people to be fed. Because of that, I want to tell you honestly, study the Bible correctly. Don't study the Bible as if somebody is forcing you. Study the Bible in order to live with it, in order to understand it, so that the knowledge and understanding of God can come to you and assist you to understand everything that is written in the Bible. Remember, the family of Adam were not told to multiply. It's only the first group of people who was a woman and a man who were told to multiply. With Adam, because they were the family of Jesus Christ, there was no need for them to multiply. God has to replace sons when sons are dead. God has to replace women if these people want to get married. That's why they did not go everywhere they want to. They went only to the place where God wanted them to go. That's why here we see Cain. He left the family of God and he moved to the land of Nod, east of Eden. So he did not go where he wanted to. God sent him to the land of Nod, east of Eden. And when this man Cain went there, he found the wives were there. And then he has a relationship with his wife. And he gave birth to the man called Enoch. And this man, Cain, he was the one who founded the city which he named Enoch after his son. And that city, it was not alone. He was not alone. There were other people there. That's why this Cain has to do some business opportunities. Enoch had a son named Irad. Irad became the father of Mehujael. Mehujael became the father of Methushael. Methuselah became the father of Lamech. So this happened in the country of Nod. And this man had access to all the women he wanted to. So now, because God didn't want us to discuss any women then, it's only when this man Lamech, the grandson of Cain, married two women. And the first was named Ada, and the second was named Zillah. So this first one, Ada, gave birth to Jabal, who was the first of those who raised livestock and lives in tents. His brother's name was Jubal, the first of all who played the harp and the flute. So Ada had two young men, and Zillah has two young men. So, according to Lamech, he had four sons from two different women. We are not told about the daughters and the sons, because these daughters and the sons, they are not going to be part of the genealogy of Jesus Christ. So, because they are not going to be part, then they are there so that we can understand what actually happened. When Lamech's other wife Zillah gave birth to the son named Tubal Cain, he became an expert in forging tools of bronze and iron. Tubal Cain has a sister named Naamah. So God wants us to know Naamah, because Naamah was the other daughter of Zillah. So one day, Lamech said to his wife, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice. Listen to me, you wives of Lamech. I have killed a man who attacked me, a young man who wounded me. If someone who kills Cain is punished 7 times, the one who kills me will be punished 77 times. Why is Lamech telling this story? So that we can learn about the relationship between Cain and his other children, between the family of Cain as they go down until Lamech. And Lamech is the one who married two wives, Zillah and Ada. And these young men, they managed to start with some kind of a trade. But because Lamech knew that the wives don't know about him, so he called them together and said, hear my voice. Listen to me, you wives of Lamech. I want you to know what has happened to me. I have killed a man who attacked me, a young man who wounded me. So if someone killed Cain, he's punished 7 times. The one who will kill me will be punished 77 times. This leads us to some development there back where Adam was. It is written that he had a sexual relationship with Eve, and she gave birth to another son. She named him Seth. For she said, God has granted me another son in the place of Abel, whom Cain killed. And Seth grew up, he had a son, he named him Enos. And at that time, people first began to worship the Lord by name. That is the first place that the family of Jesus Christ started to worship God by the name. We don't know what was the name, but that name was there. We don't know what was happening. We don't know anything about that family structure, but the name was there. Why is this book telling us about all this? They want us to know what the genealogy of Jesus Christ has to go through. And they want us to know that the genealogy of Jesus Christ has to interact with other people from the other group that was created first. So we don't have to be told because it is written the Adam has got other sons and daughters. Those sons were born after Cain and Abel and Seth. So there is no way the children born at a later date can get married to Cain and Seth. It's not possible. We don't have to confuse ourselves. But there are people who always think they can tell us stories that does not make sense. Unfortunately, the members of Jesus Christ Project, they got first-hand information. They got the understanding and the teachings of Jesus Christ so that we will be able to tell the truth. Our discussion must be very clear. It must be able to explain all the situation that has happened until Jesus was born. So because we have got people who are demonic, who want to change everything in order to fit the wrong perception in the business of Jesus Christ, they will talk about Cain marrying her sisters, and then Abel marrying her sisters. It is wrong. We know there were other people. We know there were people, but they were not in the Garden of Eden. They were not in that area. They were far from that area. That is the reason why this young man has to find them, and they marry them. They marry the number they want to, and we're still going to discover what has happened after that, so that we pick up where the demon was involved, where the demonic spirit has made this family to suffer, to be the people who were not like orderly people. The genealogy of Jesus Christ was infiltrated. So, because of that knowledge and understanding, I'm saying to you, my brother, let's carry on. We will pick up where the demons has managed to infiltrate the family of Jesus Christ. So because of all that you have done, listening to me tonight, I thank you. Follow our dream, follow our teachings of Jesus Christ Project as we carry on, finding out what that has actually happened when that cases were starting to hunt down the family of Adam in Jesus' name. Amen.